Every group has rules. Some are written down. Don't be late, don't interrupt the client, don't steal the coffee machine, helpful. But the most important rules are often invisible. Nobody explains them. Nobody gives you a manual. And still, everyone judges you by them. That is the strange thing about unwritten rules. You can break them before you even know they exist. In an earlier episode, we talked about reading the room. Reading the room is about the moment. What is happening right now? Are people still listening? Did the energy drop? Did my joke land badly? Should I stop, slow down, or adjust? Invisible rules go one layer deeper. Reading the room tells you what is happening now. Invisible rules help explain why the room reacts that way. They are not just the temperature in the room. They are the climate of the group. For example, who is allowed to give criticism? In theory, everyone may speak freely. Beautiful idea. But in practice, the same sentence can have a different meaning depending on who says it. If a senior person says, "This plan has some weaknesses," people call it sharp. If a newcomer says the same thing, people may call it arrogant. The content is the same. The social meaning is different. Because criticism is not only about truth, it is also about status, timing, trust, and permission. And the rule can change by situation. You may disagree one-on-one, but not in a meeting. You may joke during lunch, but not when the boss enters the room. You may be direct after the presentation, but not during it. So the real question is not only, what can I say? It is where, when, and in front of whom. Then there is honesty. Every group says it values honesty. Of course, no group says, "Here, we prefer polite nonsense," but every group has a speed limit for honesty. In one group, directness means confidence. In another, directness feels like aggression. In one group, you can say, "This will not work." In another, you say, "Maybe we should explore a few risks," which means this will not work. Same message, different packaging. And every group has sacred topics. Things that are officially open for discussion, but somehow make the room colder when you mention them. The founder, the family history, the successful manager everyone fears, the old way of working, the project nobody believes in, but everyone still praises. Nobody says, "Do not touch this." They just become quiet or, painfully polite. Invisible rules often come from the group's past. A conflict that once went wrong, a leader who disliked being challenged, a success that became tradition, a fear that became culture. Invisible rules are, the memory of a group. They show what the group has rewarded, feared, protected, and repeated. Social intelligence is noticing this. Not so you blindly obey every rule. Some invisible rules are wise, some are harmless, some are ridiculous, and honestly, some are toxic. The point is not automatic adaptation. The point is awareness. Once you see the rule, you have a choice. You can follow it. You can carefully challenge it, or you can decide this group is not for me. And if you accidentally break an invisible rule, repair it. Say, maybe I was too direct. Or let me rephrase that. Or maybe this is better discussed one-on-one. That is not weakness, that is social repair. So when you enter a group, do not only ask, "What is happening in this room?" Also ask, "What has this group learned to reward, fear, protect, and repeat?" Because the official rules tell you how the group wants to see itself. The invisible rules tell you how the group actually works. And the rules nobody explains are often the rules that decide whether you belong. Captain Help, smarter every day, in every way.